everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to today's video. If you are reading the title, then you know that I'm going to be sharing with you all 3 tips on how to stay inside of one planner for the full year. And I am so excited to make this video because I was able to do this for the first time for 2024, and I just really wanted to share the things that helped me out. But I do want to start off by saying I know that I'm a shop owner and naturally I would be using my products for the full year. However, one thing that I struggled with was whenever I would make a planner for the year and I found things that I didn't like or things that I wanted more of, I would just go and make a new planner and put it into the shop. And I fought that urge last year, the entire year, because I really wanted to think of everything that I wanted. I wanted to fill every inconvenience, all of the things with the planner, so that when I would go to make that one planner for the next year, it would have everything that I noted for the previous year. And so that's how I was able to create this planner. So I just wanted to point that out. Obviously, I know naturally it's right for me to use my own planner, but I just wanted to share that little tidbit because I know we as shop owners have a habit of making new planners whenever we get new ideas. So anyways, my first tip is to not shop the aesthetic of other people. Now, I know that's probably weird, but let me just clarify. When you're going to buy your planner that you're going to be sticking with for the full year, one of the things that can be very easy to fall into is the social media trap of the aesthetic of someone's life and not the actual product itself. We see this across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, where we'll focus more on the lifestyle of somebody than the actual product that they are trying to sell us. And so one of the things that I would say is stay away from social media when you're looking for products, especially when you're looking for a planner to use for the full year. I recommend looking at planner walkthroughs and planner tutorials. That way you can focus on the actual product itself, planner, whether it's physical or digital, to see if it really will work for you. When I first started digital planning, before I decided to start my own shop, one of the pitfalls was all of the pretty videos that have been edited and are very cutesy and have all of these adorable accessories. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that. And I would buy the planner and then I would get the planner and be disappointed and go, oh, well, this doesn't work for me. And I realized that it wasn't the shops, it was me. I was looking at the aesthetic of everything and thinking that if I bought that planner, it would be like, snap, I have this life. I have all of these things. I have all the accessories and it feels good. But the actual planner system really did not fit what I needed. And so my first tip is to pay attention to the actual planner, watch walkthroughs. Don't just buy because it looks pretty right away. Make sure that everything that you're seeing makes sense for your lifestyle. That way, when you do get your planner, you're happy with it and you are more likely to actually stick with it for the full year. So that is my first tip. Don't shop the aesthetic, shop the actual planner. And so my next tip for you all that I'm going to share is creating a realistic routine. So, of course, we all go in and immediately we want to create an elaborate routine for the new year because we know what last year was like. We get our new planner, we buy all of the accessories, and we begin to set up our planner with very detailed plan routines. We have 15 sections that we want to do. We want to track 17 areas of our lives. We want to have this elaborate TBR. We want to do all of these things, and it's so pretty and it's so cool. But it is very dangerous to do this. And the reason why I say this is because life is very unpredictable. And so your planning routine needs to be simplified. So the tip is to simplify your routine. One thing that really helped me last year was just sticking to specific things that I knew worked for me. So for example, you guys are watching me do my lesson plan for my kids. I homeschool. This is a very needed process. I have to plan this out no matter what. And so naturally, this is a part of my planning routine because I need to see what's going on. Do I need to print anything out? Is this something that would be need to be supplemented with something because it's a little bit more complex? Those are things that are simple, that are needed, that can be in my routine. Something that I would kind of maybe toss up if I have a little bit more time one month is a TBR. So I may not put the summary of a book every single month, but maybe I'll throw a picture of what I read on a spread. Like, simplify it to the point where even on your busiest days, you can still maintain it. So the planner came with a few things that you can do daily, right? So for example, there's a journaling page in there for every single day, but the journaling segments are very, very short. And if you can't get to it, you can always just put an X on it. That's something that I recommend. If there's times where you can't get to something, put an X on it or say, couldn't do it this week, I was busy. Because when we skip pages and we leave things blank, oftentimes that causes us to feel like the planner system that we've created for ourselves isn't working, and then we stop using the planner. So this tip that I'm giving, it's very elaborate, but what I'm saying is just make sure that what you're planning to do for the new year is something that you can maintain. And one of the beautiful things about the planner system that I've created this year is that I did not give you all of these inserts into the planner. They're inserts that literally only last for a month, or are either templates that can be used when needed. That way, when it is busy, I can't really do a standard devotional this month, so I'm not going to put this in my planner. I'll just read my Bible at night. Or, I can't really meal plan right now, so I'm not going to use this template for this month. I'll just use the home planner to kind of keep a general consensus of how much money we spend on groceries. Like, make sure that what you're doing is not too much for you to maintain on a daily or weekly basis. And so now we're going to get into my very last tip, and this one's probably going to be the funnier one, and that's going to be about stickers. You guys, oh my goodness. Stickers are the most time-consuming thing about digital planning, and I understand wholeheartedly that it's so much fun, and it's one of the many reasons why people will pick up digital planning, whether they want to do creative journaling or whatever the case may be. I understand. I love stickers very, very much. However, they can be time consuming, you guys. So when you're going to plan your week, it is okay to have a spread that has 1 to 2 stickers on it. You don't have to use them all of the time. This planner, I designed it to be very open, where you can decorate and do all of the things, but it is also very pretty. So if you don't have the time, don't just think of planning as, oh, this is a sticker thing. I don't have time to play with widgets and stickers, so I'm not going to plan. No, still plan. Write out what you have going on and just completely ignore the stickers for that week. It's okay to not use digital stickers every single time you plan. One thing that I say, if you really just need to do your spread, use your highlighter, color code it a little bit on what's important, what's not important, and call it a day. You don't have to have an aesthetic spread in order for you to consider it planning. And that goes back to tip number 1, which was about not shopping the aesthetic. Don't just plan for the aesthetic either. Plan for the necessity of it. What do I have going on this week? If it's not a busy week, simply put, this week wasn't very busy. Maybe 1 or 2 stickers, and that's it. You don't have to literally write out every single thing you're doing. Doing something like that, or writing everything you're doing even when you don't feel like it, can make you kind of build a bad relationship with planning in your planner, and it'll make it harder for you to stick with it throughout the year. It was one of the things that 2024 really helped me with, was I was very forgiving of myself. If I couldn't get to it, or if I couldn't plan it that week, I would literally just leave that page alone. Now, I did not leave pages blank because I really don't like that. It bothers me in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's blank pages in this. I'm one of those people, I will stop using a product if there are blank pages. So I will throw a sticker on it, or I'll put just didn't feel like it on there. And if that's something that you feel like you need to do, I highly recommend it. But these are my 3 tips for being able to stick to your planner for the full year. Buying a planner for what it is, not for what it looks like or what that person's lifestyle looks like. Creating a realistic and simplified routine that you can stick to, that is not overwhelming. And I'll add to that tip, decide if you're going to plan in morning or night, and then what day out of the week you're going to plan. So for me, that's normally Thursday, and I normally do my devotional in the morning, and I normally do a run over of my day at the evening. So I'm not at my desk in my planner 24/7. It's just impossible. And of course, 3, slowing down on the stickers. I'm going to give a bonus tip as well, and this is not necessary, but it is something that has helped as well. Having a smaller device that I can view my planner on has changed my world. The iPad mini was an investment that I really did not want to make, but once I made it, I understood why I needed to. I'm not going to carry my big iPad to my bed, and I'm not going to be using it in my bed, and that's just the reality of it. Whereas the iPad mini is just small enough where I can quickly palm it in my hands, look through my plans, mark things off, move things, or if I need a reminder, I'll use Artful Agenda, and then I will migrate it into my planner. Either way, having a smaller device that isn't a massive tablet is very helpful. If you don't have the funds to be able to use or buy a S6 Lite or an iPad mini, then I highly recommend using something like Google Calendar along with your planner or Artful Agenda. That way you can still access those plans and keep up with what's going on. So when you do your weekly closeout, you can look at that as reference. So anyways, I hope this video helped. It's just me sharing my honest opinion of what would really help all of us stick to one planner, and not go buying 16 planners for the full year and wondering why none of them worked out for us. Just giving that tip because I really do want all of us to make it through the Proverbs 31/2025 planner together and have it filled out from top to bottom so that we can have something to look back on and be proud of. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. God bless each and every one of you all. I will see you all for my plan with me on Saturday. And once again, have a blessed and wonderful day. Share any tips that you might have for staying in a planner for a full year down below, or maybe some habits that you have that maybe kept you from doing that. And don't forget to like this video. I'll chit chat with you all later. Bye.